Because one thing about it, who want to be on their deathbed because they ate too much food? That's low-key crazy. Why? Don't let food hold you back. Don't let food hold you back. Don't let food hold you back. You know, after a while, when you start doing a whole bunch of different diets and this and that, they start to be non-effective. Is this going to help me to go further in life? You have to think before you do. And in the midst of it all, it helped me to lose weight. That ain't a good feeling. Waking up in the middle of the night and your heart jumping. It's about building a new you. You have to have a new desire. You have to have a new outlook, input. Whatever you're going through in your mind is going to show. You might say it's not for you. You got to make it for you. I have a hope and a vision to say, most of my life, I've been skinny. You got to know that you can do it. I will make this a lifestyle change. That's where you're going to have more of a success. I will lose 7, gain 30. Only I can control what I put in my mouth. You know how you always trying to start a diet and then you like go buy all that food you want to eat before your diet start? This is a mind shift. You have to shift your mind if you want to do better. That's what a lifestyle change is. You will stop craving junk food. So before we get deep into the video, let me just start off by saying you're going to get some real, raw, authentic advice from a plus size person who's been overweight her whole entire life. I'm talking down to elementary school, middle school, high school, and even now in her adult age. So, let's get into it. YouTube! What is going on YouTube? Hey guys, my name is Kendra and you're watching Content by Kendra. Today we got a sit down video talking about how I lost 17 pounds in one single month. I know it might sound far-fetched, it might sound crazy. Trust me, if I can do it, you can do it. Remind you, I've been plus size my whole entire life since elementary school. So of course I was dieting. I went to the fat doctor. I did X, Y, and Z. None of those things work for me. And I know why, and I want to show you guys what helped me this time to lose the weight. My biggest weight has been 357. I currently weigh 291. January of this year, 2025, I lost 17 pounds. And that's what we're going to talk about in today's video. How did I really lose 17 pounds? I'm going to discuss the 4 different things that helped me to lose that much weight in just a short amount of time. So, the first thing, if y'all been keeping up with my journey, y'all know I've been losing weight since last year. And I've been showing y'all working outside, showing y'all what I've been eating. X, Y, and Z. And beginning of this year, I wanted to really jumpstart what I had been doing. I wanted to do something different. I wanted to come to the year with a bang. And I decided to start the year off juicing. Now, why did I start the year off juicing? Juicing has always been, I'm not going to lie to you, juicing is the way to go. And why I say it, juicing has been a tremendous help with me losing weight. Not even just juicing, but taking liquids and juice cleanse, just doing a smoothie cleanse, like doing a whole bunch of different liquid cleanses has helped me. Like I made a video not too long ago, my second video back on YouTube, that gives you a more deeper understanding to my juice cleanse and how I started and things like that. So if you want to watch that video, be sure to click right here. I know you gotta see it. Like I know you gotta see it. So not too long ago, I posted a video about my juice cleanse and how it helped me lose 50 pounds. And I'm not even gonna lie, like juicing has helped me tremendously when it comes to losing weight. And I honestly feel like juicing has been the key, okay, we're gonna get into the number 1 source later on. But after that number 1 source, this has been the number 2 source of really locking in and really seeing results and things like that. Juicing really helps me to stay focused. It helps me to limit how much I'm eating. If you guys don't know, consuming natural stuff, get rid of your cravings. Like they've been saying, when you eat, you gotta try juicing out. If y'all never did it, if y'all never did a 3-day juice cleanse, a 3-day smoothie cleanse, you have to at least try it out. I'm telling y'all, because that's how I started. I tried it out and I'm like, ever since I tried that smoothie cleanse, I've been juicing since. No matter if it's a day juice, no matter if it's a 10-day juice cleanse, no matter if it's a month juice cleanse, I have been doing it. And doing the juice cleanse show you what you're really capable of, that you could really lose weight. You know, after a while, when you start doing a whole bunch of different diets and this and that, they start to be non-effective because you did it so many different times. You gained the weight. I mean, you lost the weight, then you gained the weight, and then it happened over and over again. It's almost like a rubber band. Like once you expand it, it's not functional no more. Once you take advantage of it, once you prolong something, it don't have the same effect as it would the first time around. You get what I'm saying? So this video, I just want to inspire all my plus size people, all my overweight people, especially if you've been overweight most of your life. You might not be as big as me, or you might be bigger, or you might be smaller. But I know y'all guys can do this. And I'm gonna put y'all on some real game because I remember watching videos when I was younger and seeing everybody different thing. What I say in this video is gonna be real, it's gonna be raw, it's gonna be the truth into how you can lose. This is gonna fit for everybody. So if you want to know deeper facts about how to start juicing and how long to juice for, y'all go watch my video I post. It's linked in the description. Now, if you never juiced a day in your life before, you never did a detox. See, that's another thing. So if you never juiced before and you want to know how you can juice and you've been thinking about it, start it, because that's how I started. I was just thinking about it for months and months, like, dang, I should start juicing, because juicing is good to give your body a cleanse. And honestly, 17 pounds is a lot of pounds just for 1 month. Me personally, y'all know I've been keeping up on my 100-pound weight loss journey. My goal is to lose 100 pounds this year, but my goal is to lose 10 pounds a month. You know what I'm saying? 17 pounds, that just so happened. And I think it's because I gave my body that reset. I gave my body that juice cleanse. That's what happens when you juice. Your body is being detoxed, especially if you eat a lot of meat, if you eat a lot of heavy foods, if you eat a lot of starches, a lot of sugar. That will reset your body. So, of course, your body is going to lose that much weight because at the end of the day, it's pushing out stuff that don't need to be in your body. It's pushing out stuff that been in your body for months. Sometimes it's pushing out stuff that been in your body for years. 17 pounds, that's how I lost the 17 pounds, really. I juice. You get what I'm saying? I'm not even going to cap to you. You're going to lose more weight when you juice, when you be on a liquid cleanse than when you're eating. Because when you're on a juice cleanse, your body, after a week or so, your body is just pushing out. You consume and it pushes out. When you eat, your body consume, it has to break the food down. It go this way and go that way. And then it pushes out. But after a week, after you start juicing, it go right through you. You know what I'm saying? And as it keep going right through you, it's cleansing it as well. It's taking the fat along with it. Boom. It got time to pull things down. It got times to, okay, we got fat in that corner. We got the detoxify. We got that in that corner. We got this in that corner. Let's get it out. That's what juicing is all about. You know what I'm saying? Juicing helps with a lot of things. It helps too if you're constipated. It helps to get the toxins out your body. It gets the things that's lingering around. Juicing helps you rebuild your body. So while it's rebuilding, right, it's pulling things. It's gathering things that don't need to be in your body overall. If you never juiced before, I recommend doing a 3-day juice cleanse. That's how I started. I started doing a 3-day smoothie cleanse for me because I was drinking smoothies and I was like, I think I could do this for 3 days. And the reason I choose a smoothie cleanse because it's a mind thing. Mind over matter, right? It's a mind thing. Just because it's heavier, I think I feel more fuller. You get what I'm saying? Which heavier makes you more fuller, right? In a way. I decided to go the smoothie route and I did terrific. I'm telling y'all, I was really struggling the first day. But after you get over the first day, it gets better and better. And then once the second day comes, it's like, you might as well do the third day. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's over so quick. I'm not gonna lie, the first day it seemed like it was a whole week by itself. You know how time go fast until it goes slow. And it sometimes, for some reason, time always seemed like it goes slow when you need it to go faster. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, that's how I started. Really, it was really like I said in my other video, it really started as a fast for God. People do a lot of different fasts for different things. And my fast so happened. My fast for me was to help me with my health, my overall well-being. How can I operate as a better human being on this earth when it comes to being healthy, fitness-wise, when it comes to wellness, when it comes to treating my body like it should be treated with the love and the care it needs. Because at the end of the day, y'all, what's so important is our body. If we don't have health, if we don't have our wellness, if we don't function well, we got nothing. If you don't have your health, you have nothing. Remember that. It's not about the money, it's not about the cars. It's about, can you move? Can you stand up properly? Can you see? How is your heart? You need to be asking yourself that question. Why do you want to do this? Right? It's about overall health. Okay, so the second thing, exercising. Exercising is so good. Now, before y'all start, some of y'all probably be like, I don't like exercising. Exercise is not for me. Being in the gym is not for me. Exercise ain't for me. The treadmill, oh my goodness. Yo, bro, think about it. Exercising, it just means movement. You don't have to be in the gym to lose weight. You can go running. You can go biking. You can go skateboarding. You can go Zumba dancing or just go dancing. You could go do line dance. Like, when I think about exercising is not just about being in the gym. It's just pure movement. Movement is what's going to, it's just like a snowball. When a snowball, okay, this is a hill, right? And then a snowball go down the hill, it's going to accumulate more snow. Or possibly it's going down so quick that all the snow is falling apart. And that's how I feel about losing weight. It's movement. When you start to move, the weight start to fall off. You get what I'm saying? That's all exercising is. The fat is sticking to you because you ain't moving. Just like in anything. If you don't move, it's going to stick. Just like grease in a sink, when you have grease build up in a warehouse or anything and you don't clean things off properly, just like your lungs, your digestive system, all it is just fat, grease, all that random stuff in your body. If you ain't eating right, you have to move that stuff out your body. That's why they say when you exercise, that's a number one. Exercise is actually how you can also not be constipated. That's why they say if you constipated, exercise, because it helps with the movement in your body. I used to be one of those people that used to say, I don't like exercising too. And I honestly believe I only said that because other people said that. Now, okay, let's get this straight. I never been a follower, okay? If I like something, I like something. But I think who we are around, when you're around some people, you can start to attach the same thoughts they attach. You get what I'm saying? Just like sometimes when I was younger, people always be like, my number one hobby is sleeping. Oh, all I like to do is eat all day. And I'm like, what? I used to say the same thing about sleeping, though. I ain't gonna lie. Sometimes, just sometimes. But I had to sit back and be like, what? Life is so much more than just sleeping and eating. It's so much joy in this world to just be saying, oh, my number one thing is just to eat. My favorite hobby is just to sleep. No, y'all. Because when you really think about it, it's so much stuff you can do to lose weight. Exercising is just not being at the gym. Number one, you can exercise at home. You can do it with dumbbells. You can do it with weights. You can have those virtual video games. The Wii, they have like them dance competitions, all those dance videos. Dancing is fun. It's always good to learn a new move or two. You can exercise by riding a bike outside, skateboarding, jump rope, hula hoop, surfing, climbing rope. Now, I'm not physically strong enough to climb a rope. Never was. But one day we're gonna get there. You know what I'm saying? Swimming. It's so much you can do when it comes to exercise. One of my favorite things are to play sports. Basketball, football with your friends or family. So when people say they don't like exercising, it's like, you must not like living there. You must not like activities. How do you not like activities? Exercising is just saying move. Playing kickball, walking. That you're moving, cleaning up can be a form of exercise because you're constantly walking, you're constantly bending. That's all we doing at the gym. There's different ways you can exercise. I don't want nobody in this video to say they hate exercising. It's so much fun things you can do to exercise. So what kind of exercises did I do? Now, me personally, in the beginning of the year, I got me a gym membership. Now I'm still going to the gym. I will only go to the gym when I went to school. And I only went to school twice a week, which is Tuesdays and Thursdays. And after class, I would go to the gym. It's just so convenient in my schedule and things like that. I will only go to the gym 40 minutes to an hour. I really seen a difference. Before I had that gym membership, though, I would work out at my local park. I would go walk around a track field. I would go outside and do workouts. If y'all been keeping up with me, seeing my shorts, seeing my reels, or you see my other videos, I document all this stuff, what I'm doing. I'm showing you guys my whole 100 pounds weight loss journey for this year. So, but that's what I've been doing. I've mainly been working out twice a week. So yeah, movement, y'all. Movement is key. That's the only way you're gonna move the fat out your. Now you can lose weight. You can lose weight without exercising, but you ain't gonna lose 17 pounds in 1 month without exercising. Now, number 3, the next thing that helped me to lose weight was goal setting and journaling. Now, these are key things when losing weight because it will keep you on track. You know, it's like the progress. You write down your goal. And for me personally, I like to check. I've been showing y'all, I like to check my weight every week just to be, okay, yeah, you need this. It helps me measure, because, okay, maybe this ain't good, but I haven't been keeping track of my calories. I feel like get on a scale is like keeping track of my calories. Oh, you need to eat less of this. But I'm back on it, y'all. I'm about to keep track of my calories. You know what? Get on the scale every week. It's just a reminder, honest. Like, keep going. Oh, you need to work a little bit harder this week. Okay, I get where you gain. Because, you know, I've been trying to lose weight all my life. I can measure it in my head low-key. I know what makes me big and I know what makes me small. My body don't need. I know what my body need less of. I know what. See, that's another thing. You need to know what works for you. Because I can eat something and someone else can eat something and they don't get big. But me, I will get 10 times bigger than them. Eating the same thing for a month. You need to know what your body needs. You need to know how fast your body break down something. I know for me, if I eat beans, my body will gain weight or maintain weight. Mostly maintain weight. I'm in the stage of trying to lose weight. So you can gain weight, maintain weight, or lose weight. And then you can fluctuate the weights. I'm trying to lose weight. Trying to lose it, not gain it. I know for someone else though, like my dad, and maybe because he's a man, he works out consistently, and he do what he need to do, he'll lose weight quicker. You need to know what works for your body though. I know for men lose weight quicker than women. Why I say this? Because my brother, he lost weight quick. My other brother, he can lose weight quick. We could be eating the same thing and they lose a tremendous amount of weight way quicker. Then you have people who's not men and they can eat the same thing you eat, but you gain weight and they don't. Then you have you eat something, you gain weight 10 times quicker than them. All that means is you gotta do a little more actual work. You can't do what they do. So you need to set a goal for yourself. What do you need to achieve? How can you achieve? Now, I don't know where none of y'all are in y'all weight loss journey. I don't know where none of y'all are. Only you know where you are in life. Now, some of y'all probably been big your whole life like me. If you've been big your whole entire life, after a while, you already know what kind of works for you and what kind of don't work for you. I know for me, even if I eat right, I won't lose that much weight if I don't exercise. Remind you, exercise meaning being physical. I don't even have to be in the gym to exercise. I could be outside walking. I could do anything. I know for me, if I don't move my body, the food is not moving in my system. So that's one thing I learned about myself. Another thing is, for me to lose weight, like I just told y'all, I cannot be eating beans. Beans. For what I'm trying to do. Right? I could eat beans, but if I eat beans, it's going to prolong my situation. I'm not trying to prolong nothing. I'm trying to lose the weight. I've been prolonging for years. I'm over it. I want to see a result. I cannot eat beans. My best bet, since I'm mostly plant-based, I don't eat meat. I don't eat all that other stuff like I used to. My best bet is just to eat a salad. Just to eat fruit like this. You know what I'm saying? I love eating fruit like this. It's very simple, but it's tasty. What I do, I cut it in half. I cut my fruit. And the fruit, I put it on the inside. I clean it for like 20 to 15 minutes. And some vinegar, baking soda. Then after that, I wash it all off. And then I squeeze some lime on it. Some lemon juice. One of those. And then I eat. So, how to be effective when goal setting? First thing I think you guys should do is, first of all, write down your plan. I know this is a 1 month, how I did 17 pounds in 1 month, but write your plan. You want to be effective as possible. If you want to lose weight for 3 months, a year, whatever it is, write down your plan. How many months you think it's going to take and how much weight you want to lose each month. Me personally, I'm losing 100 pounds. I'm on my 100-pound weight loss journey, and I personally don't want to lose. My goal is at least to lose 10 pounds each month. I think that's reachable. Believe that's attainable because it is. That's my goal. I weigh in every week. It's to keep me on track. It's to keep me accountable. It's also helping me to figure out what I need to eat less of. So it's keeping me accountable for what I'm eating. That's how I know, if I need to go a little harder in the gym. I can really see the scale never lie. If I don't go in that gym, I know why I went up. If I'm overeating, I know why I went up on the scale. And it's just to keep me on guard. It's to keep me vigilant. You get what I'm saying? Okay. Write down your goal. Make it attainable. Write down your goal, weight. Write down meal plans. Write down how much you want to lose each month. Also, keep track of this stuff. Write down your weight. Just don't check in, see how much you weigh every week. Write it down. I've been plus size all my life. I be finding paper 5 years ago. And I'm just like, what? I remember before I was losing this weight, I'm like, dang, every time I would look at a paper, I'm bigger than where I started 2 years ago. I'm bigger where I started 3 years ago. I'm bigger than when I started 5 years ago. And it's like, after a while, when you start to self-reflect, and this is why it's good for a paper trail. When you start to self-reflect, and it's like, man, that will want you to do something new. That will motivate you to go further in life. When you keep seeing that your progress is decreasing, you're not getting nowhere, but you're making a bigger hole for yourself. You're literally digging a bigger hole for yourself to get out of. And when you see it, make you want to keep trying. Because I know it can get tiring. It's only tiring. This is what I would say. I know for me, it got tiring to keep losing weight over and over and over and over again. Is because I didn't stick to what I said. And it gets tiring because you do all these different diets and you see no progress. And you see no progress because you keep starting and then you keep stopping. You keep starting and you keep stopping. And it's like when you start a new diet, it fails because you're tired. You're burnt out. So it's not just about losing 17 pounds in 1 month, but it's about making a lifestyle change. It's about a forever thing. How can we stay healthy forever? Okay? It's not about just how much weight we can lose this month. It's about how can we maintain a weight loss journey as well. Also, I think sometimes it's good to journal and reflect on the side of that. While you're losing weight, while you're journaling, it's also good to journal how you feel, your thoughts. Because when you reflect on those two, how gaining weight makes you feel, I think y'all need to tap in. Sometimes we need to tap into our inner thoughts. How do gaining weight makes me feel? And not just thinking about it. It's a difference writing it down. How do it makes you feel? And then you look at it a couple of days later, it's like, man, this is my push. It makes me feel miserable. It makes me feel bad. It makes me feel like, what am I doing in my life? Because I know I can be better than this. You know what I'm saying? You have to have belief in yourself that you can do this. That's how you can achieve it. And I have belief in everybody. Anybody can lose weight. No matter, yeah, for some people it might be slower, but anybody can lose weight. You know what I'm saying? And it's just about how much work you could put in. But after a while, doing the payoffs, trust me, I did diet after diet, and I'm still going strong. I never gave up. It's 20 years later, y'all. Never gave up on any. I've been trying to lose weight. That's been the biggest problem in my whole life, losing weight. Between that and my grammar, my vocabulary, those have been the two biggest things. I'm working on both of them. Another one thing before I go to the next one, with the goal setting, is that make it fun. You know, this could be a fun journey. When it's not a fun journey, that's when things start to spiral. When you think it's torture, when it's really not. When has losing weight has ever been torture? When has wanting to become better has ever been? Now, it seems like we're suffering, which we kind of are, just because it's something we never did before. For you to get a result that you never had, you had to do something you never did, which people always say, which is totally true. For you gain all this weight. For you to lose all the weight, you got to do the exact opposite. We stacked up a whole bunch of weight. Now, pound by pound, after all these years, we have to get this down pound by pound. This is a journey. This is not a quick fix. After all these years, we stacked up all this weight. Now, after all these years, we have to take it down pound by pound. See, this is why it's good for us not to keep digging a bigger hole for ourselves. As we keep digging ourselves in, eventually, we're going to have to dig ourselves back up. But keep yourself accountable. Always make sure you tap in with yourself. Always make sure you self-reflect. A lot of times, you have to think before you do. Just like they say, think before you speak. Think before you do. You know, before you get something out the refrigerator, do I really need this right now? Didn't I just have my meal? Is this going to be over my calories? Is this going to help me to go further in life? You have to think before you do as well in life. Okay, so I saved the best for last. Why did I save it for last? Is because I wanted to end the video on something that's really going to get you thinking. Something that, you know, everything else was a warm up. You know what I'm saying? As you keep watching the video, this is the da-da-da-da. That was just an appetizer. Everything else. What really helped me lose 17 pounds in 1 month, no cap. When I say this, I don't want y'all to think I'm joking, think I'm lying, think it's non-effective. I don't want y'all to think that, wow, wowzers. Nah. When we talk about this, this is no joke. Because I've been plus size my whole life. I'm trying to put y'all on some game. I'm trying to tell y'all a real deal. I'm trying to get y'all to really reflect. When I show you this last thing, I want you to reflect. I want you to deep dive. And I don't want y'all to tune me out when I say this. Because I'm not joking. I need y'all to listen. At least listen to me. Give me room. Give me a little room. Let me say what I need to say. And you go and do what you do. I'm just trying to put y'all on something. I'm trying to put y'all on. I'm trying to put y'all on. Trust me. Let me put y'all on. Number 4. What helped me, honestly, lose the weight? And this is the most impactful thing that helped me lose the weight. This right here helped me lose the weight. What is this? This is a Bible. It's a holy Bible. A holy Bible that talks about Jesus, the Son, and the Father. Now, how did this reflect to me losing weight? Now, I don't know where none of y'all are in life. Some of y'all probably don't believe in Jesus. Some of y'all don't even have a faith to even believe in. Some of y'all are believers, but don't know how the Bible reflects when it comes to eating. And I'm just saying this. Just hear me out. Please don't turn me out. Please don't cut me off. The Bible helped me to lose. Remind you, I've been plus size my whole entire life. I know I keep saying that in the video, but it's the highlight of the video, right? I haven't lost weight for real until I started reading the Bible. And you know why? Because the Bible is written by prophets and people, but it was through the Holy Spirit that was done. And God has left us this Bible as a tool, a resource that gives us tremendous wisdom, that gives us tremendous advice. It gives us tremendous confidence within ourselves that we can achieve. The Bible is just telling us stories and giving us advice on how we can be our best self. It gives us history and it gives us principles to become our best self. I know a lot of y'all know that the Bible say the commandments, you shouldn't kill. And all those things in the Bible is just to help us. There's nothing wrong with reading the Bible. Everything talks about marriage. It talks about kids. It talks about finances. It talks about knowledge, wisdom. It talks about how to manage conflict. It talks about so much. And in the midst of it all, it helped me to lose weight. Why have it done that? It helped me to lose weight because it talks about self-control and it talks about patience. And I feel like those are things I know those are things I really didn't understand until I read the Bible. Now, you can know something, but you don't understand something. Those two different things. I thought I understood patience until I read the Bible. I thought I understood self-control until I read the Bible. I just knew of it. Just like I knew of God until I read the Bible. Okay? You know what I'm saying? Self-control. That's number one for me. One, losing weight. Because when you think about anything being out of control, that's terrible. You need to have self-control in this losing weight stage. The reason I speak on this is because before I read the Bible, knew what it hold, how much wisdom and knowledge it hold, I didn't know much about the fruit of the Spirit. Now, the fruit of the Spirit is just fruit God wants us to produce. It's fruit that we should be producing. Meaning, I wrote it down: love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, goodness, faithfulness, gentleness, and self-control. These are all things. The way I think of the fruit of the Spirit is, I believe those are the building blocks that helps us also to understand who God is. Those are like the building blocks to defeat. Those are the building blocks of righteousness. That's how to be righteous, I feel like. For you to be a righteous person, I feel like you need to have these fruit, okay? How do you know if you're on the right track? Go to the fruit of the Spirit. How do you know if that's a good person to be in your life? Go to the fruit of the Spirit. The fruit of the Spirit really defines a person, if they're righteous or if they're unrighteous, if they're a good person or if they're a bad person. Because think about it. If you don't have self-control, that means you're doing anything. You always spazzing out. You tick off the littlest thing. It makes you unwise, I feel like. It makes you immature. And self-control has been the biggest thing when losing weight. You need to control what you put in your mouth. You need to control what kind of food you buy from the store. You need to control your discipline. You need to control and defeat laziness. You need to overcome these things. Through all of this, we need to push more of this out. You want a better life? You need to push out. I am living a better life. And I am living a better life only through God, through Jesus Christ, because I am pushing out more fruit. Fruit of the Spirit, it makes you abundant at everything you do. And it makes you abundant because it's fruit. These are all fruit. When fruit grow on a tree, you produce more. And you produce more progress in a good way. Same thing with our weight. Learning the fruit of the Spirit helped me produce more in my life, not just in my weight loss, but in my work ethic, in my school, how I treat people, how I treat others. I told y'all in my other video, my juice cleanse video, remember it's linked below. I saw a big impact in my life once I started reading the Bible and I started applying these fruits of the Spirit. And now this is not something that happened overnight. It took me months. Some things took me months to handle. Some things took me years, right? And what am I talking about when I say it took me years or months? I'm talking about my struggle. There's a lot of things people do on a daily basis that it's a struggle for them. Now, some people trying to prove it and some people not. For example, smoking, overly drinking, lying, stealing, killing people. Those are all problems. Those are problems that need to be evaluated and it needs to be taken care of. Just like this, overeating. I will never forget the time I heard overeating is like smoking. You're just killing yourself. And I'm like, man, what? That's so true. Overeating, anything over, you're doing too much. You get what I'm saying? And that's why self-control is so important. The Bible talks about so many things. And I remember I was talking to my friend about greed one day. And she was like, the scripture wasn't even about, I don't even think about food or anything. I don't know what scripture it was, y'all, but it was talking about how I interpreted it. I understood the scripture as just talking about money. When people are greedy, the scripture was talking about something like how when people are greedy, they take it by force, they love to kill, you know what I'm saying, by having greed and things like that. And and she was like, I will never forget this. My friend was like, another thing about greed is she compared it to overeating. And I said, what? I ain't saying it out loud because I was self-reflecting. But I told her after, I was like, you were right. Like, I never thought about greed when it comes to overeating. But the scripture was talking about how I believe God don't like greedy people because it causes them to be violent and be destructive and things. It was something, don't look, I'm still learning, y'all. I'm still learning. Hey, I ain't perfect. But she compared greed to overeating. And every time I heard greed in the Bible, based on how the scripture was saying, I always compared it to money, people being violent, people killing over money and stuff. But when she compared it to like food, I'm like, you're right. I'm pretty sure God don't like that about us. Is that we overdo things. And overdoing things can cause destruction. That's why it's very good to be cute and simple. Sometimes every time we love something, we overdo it. Whenever we like something or love something, we overdo it. And when you overdo something, you kill it. You're killing the vibe, you're killing the body, you're killing it. You're killing the vibe. Because it's like you're drowning whatever that is out. When you overeat, you're drowning your body. And it cannot handle it. It cannot handle it. You're drowning it. I was about to say it's like drowning it's like putting a fish in water. That don't make sense. It's like, what? Because your body can only take so much at one particular time. Let your body digest and do what it needs to do. Because at the end of the day, when you drown it, you're drowning your heart, you're drowning your lungs, you're drowning so much stuff. And if it don't, your body starts to not work properly. And you wonder why you don't have enough vitamins. You wonder why your nails ain't growing. You wonder why you have blurriness. You wonder why you're constipated. You wonder why your hair follicles ain't growing right. Because you got a lot of filth in your body that don't need to be there, first of all. And you're also, by you always consuming, probably most of the time, plus size people eating junk food. By you consuming junk food all the time, your body is not getting the nutrition it needs to do what it needs to do. And that's another thing. When you become knowledgeable on what you need to take, when you become knowledgeable on what you need to do, your body is going to work properly. It's going to function better. You're probably wondering why your lips are always crusty, why you got cracks on your feet or something. It's probably because you're probably not getting the vitamins that you need to take. And I took a nutrition class, y'all. And nutrition is important. And the only way you know how to utilize that to your greatest advantage is by researching this stuff. And y'all already doing a good job by watching this video. I'm pretty sure you're researching videos on YouTube, but y'all also need to be researching on Google. All the resources is online. What kind of nutrition I need for X, Y, and Z? At this amount of weight, how many calories do I need to lose weight? Y'all need to understand how body works. There are 4 different fats. Y'all need to understand how much different fats y'all need to be consuming. What kind of vitamins do you need for X, Y, and Z? And I'm going to list them, give y'all a little something, to reflect on for real. Because another thing about overindulging, it's just like cash flow. You know how I was in business, y'all. I was in business at high school. Cash flow is just how your cash is going in and out, right? If you're trying to save money and you only make $1,000, you should not be spending $1,500. You will be in a negative. And I like to look at weight like that as well, because that's the same thing. You're only going to get out what you put in. If you have $1,000 and you spend $1,500, you negative $500. You don't got no money coming in because it all went out. When we lose that weight, we have to be reminded not to overeat. Why? Because when you overeat, let us say 1,200, you got 1,200 calories today, and you overeat, you're going to gain weight. That's why it's also good to keep track of your how much you're eating and things like that. But if you have 1,000 calories and you only eat 900, you're doing good. You're going to lose weight. You're going to lose weight because the only way you gain weight is because you went over your cash flow. You went over your calories. And when you go over something, you're doing too much. You spending more than what you actually got. Same thing. The good thing about our body is flexible. It like to expand and expand. But when you expand it, it don't function well. You causing your organs and stuff to do overtime. We don't want that. Trust me, I used to wake up in the middle of the night and my heart be jumping. That's because my heart was working overtime. It's like, it's trying to keep up with me. My blood most likely probably wasn't flowing right. And I don't think it was. But hey, we here. I'm doing much better, and I stopped having them heart jumps. That ain't a good feeling. Waking up in the middle of the night and your heart jumping. Now you gotta sit up the rest of the night while trying to go to sleep. That ain't a good feeling. I've been there, done that, ain't going back. But yeah, other things in the Bible has helped me truly to become better. It's not an overnight thing. For something, you know why I love the Bible so much though when losing weight is that this is literally the only thing that sticks. This is the only thing that sticks. Only things from God sticks. And what do I mean by that? What he say back 10 decades ago is still lasting today, which is totally true. Because why? His words are living. We are living beings. So we might want to tap into what's living and not what's dead. People's advice is going to die down, but what God said is going to stand. And that's why it's important. I guess that's where they get the term living food from. I guess because, in Genesis it says God has given us seed-bearing fruits and things like that. That's why it's good, though, to tap into the Bible. Because, remind you, losing weight has always been my biggest struggles. But I had other struggles, right? Everybody has their struggles. No matter if you smoking, drinking, you are stealing, killing, you are lying, you a hoarder, I don't know. You're sleeping with 10,000 people. Everybody have their struggle, lust, all that. I had struggles besides overeating. And those have been struggles I've been dealing with, some for months, some for a couple of years. But it was one particular struggle I was dealing with for years. And before I read the Bible, I was trying to get rid of it, things like that. And it wasn't sticking though, what I was doing. I just, probably a year later, I would go back to it, doing it, woo. Eventually, I would stop doing it. It literally meant nothing to me. But after I read the Bible though, see, the Bible, the words of God can help you to stop doing something. The words of God can help you to stop doing something. And I saw how successful I was in conquering my other struggles, because food couldn't become an addiction. Okay? And I was like, you know what? Let me apply what I did there to here. And the only thing I applied, but what helped me with this addiction is the same thing that helped me with all my other struggles. And let's go back to it. To be a righteous person, you have to have the fruits of the Spirit, right? You start to realize, goodness, what does that look like? What do faithfulness look like? What do kindness look like? What do joy look like? What do patience look like? In Christ. Nowhere else but in Christ. Because God's standard is totally different from any other standard. Because God, you know, you gotta ask yourself, what do self-control look like? What do the fruits of the Spirit look like within you? Because you can possess those things and you gotta want to become better. The reason I love talking about the Bible is because the whole point of a Bible is to renew your mind. That's the whole point of a Bible, to change your ways, to become better. The Bible talks about a new way of living, and this is how we should live. And it talks about the results if you do it, and it talks about the results if you don't do it. That's all the Bible is for it. It's about being restored through Jesus Christ. It's about building a new you. It's about having a new mind. That means for you to have a new mind, you have to have a new vision. You have to have a new desire. You have to have a new outlook, input. You have to come off of what you already know. That's why losing weight, I had to change everything. I had to change how I was thinking. I had to get rid of some foods. I never went back to them. I had to get rid of some things. It's all a mindset thing because it happens in the mind first for you to change. Whatever comes out your mind whatever is in your heart come out your mouth. And I truly believe whatever in your mind is what you're going to do. Your mind, remember how I said the skill never lies? Whatever you're going through in your mind is going to show because by their actions, you will know by their actions. You really want to change, you have to renew your mind. Like I said, you got to do something you never did before. You got to put it all on the line, y'all. And you're never risking it if it's for you. This is not a risk. This is something that must be done. I say all the time, the biggest investment you can make is in God. Why? Because when you make the investment in God, you start to see the investment fall down to you because God wants the best for us. So I'm going to tell y'all a little bit about my journey. The first thing I did to really understand the Bible and how it reflects to me with my weight is that I prayed to God. I was watching videos just like you of people testimonies, food journey, weight loss journey, whatever. And I prayed to God like, man, I need to really lock in and XYZ, woo. I prayed to God. You know, the Bible is good and all, but we have to go to God for everything. Why? Because the Bible is just a tool and a resource. It is not God himself. We have to pray to him. God, give me the desire. And that's another thing. Give me the desire to want to eat healthier. Give me the desire to want a better life for myself. Give me the desire not to be lazy. Give me the desire to love exercising, movement, the love of wanting to become more of myself. Why is that so important? Because you have to believe. And then after that, you have to want it. For you to have a successful journey, you have to love it. And you're not going to love it at first, but once you keep going, you're going to start to love the journey. I would say that. If you stick around long enough, you're going to love the journey. You might not love it now, but it's just about getting started. I didn't think I would ever stop eating meat, but here I am now, and I love it because my body loves it. My body has transformed tremendously. I'm almost on 3 years of eating no meat. I never thought I could be that person to eat no meat, which is so cool. I used to be like, what? Why these people give up meat? But now I get it. You might say it's not for you. You got to make it for you. You got to do things where it start to be for you. It might not be for you right now, but eventually it will start to be for you. You will start loving it. I'm telling you, you got to make it where it be for you. You're going to start loving it. You're going to start finding your own routine. You're going to start seeing what works for your body, what foods don't. You're going to start seeing what exercise you like. You just gotta play around with it. You gotta experiment. You gotta be a doer. Like I tell you, I did so my whole life. I've been on different diets and things, and this is what works best for me. And I'm pretty sure, 1,000%, what I'm telling y'all now also work for you. I'm pretty sure you will also love it. Yeah, but what also helped me to lose weight is fasting. I asked God to help me live a better life, and I fasted. And after that fast, it broke something within me, and it changed. He changed something within me. I'm not even gonna lie. And I'm gonna just say this: fasting works, prayer works. Pray to God. Because one thing about it, who wanna be on their deathbed because they ate too much food? That's low key crazy. Cause you overeating. I say that's another thing that helped me lose weight. I cannot be on no deathbed just because I'm overeating. What in the world? That sounds so crazy. People are dying because they overeating. Yeah, come on. Get real. This is a real thing. And when you think about that, I also thought about what also helped me is that my body is not my own. God has bought my body at a price. And he bought it because he wanted me to produce the fruits, right? He wanted me to be righteous. He wanted me to be the most healthiest person I could ever be. And I can't be that person if I'm not choosing to be that person. You have to want to do this, want a better life for yourself. You have to want to be healthy. You can't say excuses over excuse. You have to want this. You won't change if you don't want to change. So I think what you need to do is you need to talk to yourself. Why do you really want to lose weight? Is it because you want to live a better life? You know, everybody has their reasons why they want to lose weight, but don't let your reason because, oh, you want to look good this summer or X, Y, Z. And that's going to come with weight loss in general. But what's your whole point? Because I ain't seen no impact until I started praying. And I will be a fool if I didn't tell you guys that God is really the reason why I lost 17 pounds. He renewed my mind and he renewed my strength. Ask him to change your desires in your heart, change your desires in your mind. Ask him to shift your mind when it comes to eating foods. Only you know your struggle. I used to eat a lot of junk food. Maybe your problem is not eating junk food. Maybe you literally just overeat. You know what I'm saying? So go to God with your problems. Years, we got decades at this point. Most of my life I've been overweight. You know, all my life I've been saying I'm overweight. And one day, I have a hope and a vision to say, most of my life I've been skinny. Like most of my life I've been healthy. I can't wait till I start saying that. Like I'm in my early 20s, y'all. I cannot wait to say most of my life, like when I can become 53 or something, then I can say most of my life I've been skinny. Most of my life I've been healthy. Most of my life I've been well when it comes to this food. You know what I'm saying? Have hope in all this. You can do it. You can achieve it. I don't care if you're 40, 60, whatever. You can do this. Just believe. But also, pray. Because he knows we can do it. We just got to know that we can do it. He knows we can do it. You got to know that you can do it. You got to know that you have self-control through your actions. You got to know that you can walk past the cookies in the store. And when you stretch a rubber band out so far, it become non-functional. I did so many diets where I stretched my limit too far where they was non-effective. So I fasted. And that's why I see my greatest result. I would suggest anybody to go on a fruit cleanse. I would suggest anybody. I see so many people say they stopped having diabetes. Their blood pressure went down. I went to the doctor and all my numbers was cleared. I would suggest anybody. And I suggest anybody to do it because it will show you how much control you actually have on your body. And it will show you how you won't have cravings no more. Starting date and what's your end date? I know we said a month, right? But what are you going to do after this month ends? What is your goal then? Because I don't want y'all guys to fail. Like a lot of people say, this is me personally, I will make this a lifestyle change. that's where you're going to have more of a success. That's how I had a bigger success. I got rid of meat. I got rid of mostly dairy, all that stuff. I became mostly like plant based, y'all. I still consume dairy here and there, but not as much. By doing that, it made me get rid of sweets. Now I have fruit and things like that. Changing my mind into a lifestyle change helped me to lose weight. Every diet failed. Every diet I did failed. And I'm going to tell you why every diet failed. I wasn't consistent. So, let me tell you the key difference between a diet and a lifestyle change. This is temporary and this is lifelong lasting. You'll eat right for a certain amount of time, then you stop. And that's exactly why every other diet I did failed. I would see progress. I would lose 5 pounds, gain 10. I would lose 7, gain 30. I would lose 10, gain 7. Lifestyle change, I'm constantly improving. I'm always shifting. I'm always adapting to what's going on in my life. I'm not saying you have to eat the same thing you eat every single day. But lifestyle change is just being mindful. It just being on guard, being intentional. Some things you do have to cut out. Honestly, you got to cut it out. Realistically, it's about time to cut it out, quite frankly, anyway. I know my mom was saying to me a long time ago when I was a kid, well, probably a teenager. She was just like, Kendra, like only you can control what you put in your mouth. Nobody else can feed you. And that was kind of hard for me though, because it's like I was still in school. I wasn't buying the food in the house. That was kind of hard. But realistically, she just said that to me too when I was getting older. She said, only you could control what's in your mouth. Only I could control what I put in my mouth. You know how you always trying to start a diet and then you like go buy all that food you want to eat before your diet start? That's all junk. She's like, you gotta stop doing that. Them cookies are still gonna be there. And she's right. Literally, years later, they're still there on the shelf. And we gotta start thinking about this, right? This is a mind shift. You have to shift your mind if you want to do better. That's what a lifestyle change is. It's not about going back to the old. It's about creating something new. At first, it seems like, why do I want to eat carrots as a snack? Oh my gosh. I know y'all be cracking up jokes like, I'm not no horse. I ain't want to be eating no leaves. But understand, there is nothing wrong with healthy food. Why are we joking about healthy food? Why are we playing with our lives? This is what God has given us. Why are we mocking it? This is something we should always want to indulge in. And I know I'm not even going to put it all on y'all because the food y'all eating is addictive. And I'm not going to lie. And you know how I know this? Because they ain't never lied. They ain't never lied. You know those people that be on social media? They be putting stuff in their food? The only reason I know that, because as soon as I stopped eating that food and started eating more natural, more healthier foods that came literally out the ground, I saw what they mean. Because as soon as y'all do a juice cleanse, as soon as I did one, you will immediately know the difference. You will stop craving junk food. You will stop craving sugar. All your stuff will go down. You won't be a diabetic. You won't be pre-diabetic. You won't have high cholesterol, high blood pressure. And I know this because I've seen it with myself. It happened. I've seen it with others. It happened. I've been keeping up with other people's journeys. It happened. This is true, y'all. This type of food is the food that breaks down in your body. Why? Because it's natural. When you really start to think about this stuff, today's society, they making food from we don't know what. This food, they even make false fruits and vegetables. I can't even cap. But this stuff is what it breaks down our body. It's made mostly out of water. Remember I told you guys earlier how when you get constipated or we have food stuck in us and this and that, and fruits and vegetables have a detox because it helps us break down. We have stuff in us because it's not natural. It's not real. And if it is real, it's only 10% real. It's only 50% real. It's only 30%. It's never 99% real. And that's why, and through that, that's what I was saying. It's messing with our hormones. We crave more than what we actually need because we're not getting what we need. We getting, that's what that term, empty calories. We consuming empty calories, meaning calories that shouldn't be in us. It's empty because we're not being fulfilled in the calories we actually need. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. So if you guys want to keep up with my journey on losing 100 pounds, please do so. I'm sharing it, but I'm also sharing other aspects in my life, going to school, being an art major, doing very creative different vlogs and day in the lives, traveling, showing you more in depth of who I am. And I'm gonna keep going with this video stuff because at the end of the day, I know there's someone like me out there that's ready to make a difference, change life, and to just go and get it. You know what I'm saying? This is that journey, going and getting it, doing it, fulfilling it. Just go and get it. Just to lose the weight. And it seemed easier. I know it seems easy. Easier said than done. But that's why I'm here. I'm a person just like you, trying to figure it out in every way possible. But I know it's achievable. If they can do it, we can do it. Best and believe that. Sorry, my light just went out. So that means I got to go. With that being said, life is truly better on the other side. You just gotta keep living to get there. That being said, grace. Why? Don't let food hold you back. Don't let food hold you back. Don't let food hold you back. Content by Kendra. 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 Content by Kendra.